Hey up, my name is Jamie and I'm just out for a little late afternoon, early evening mooch. Now I have been here before. I'll leave the card thing up there. That was to a video called A Trip Down Memory Lane, where I came and had a walk around here then. Now I'm going to keep this one short because it is wet outside and I don't want my camera out in the wet. The previous videos have been really fun to do. I've been telling stories of what it was like growing up in Shetland and things like that. I did say the next story time was going to be about Sandwick. Now this is a story time, but it's not about Sandwick. I wanted to get this one out today because when I was a lot younger and a lot fitter, I spent a little time in the army, and one of the times that I was in there I had the honour of being part of a Remembrance Day parade up in Shetland. Now in Shetland I was based at Fort Charlotte. That was an amazing little barracks just in the middle of Shetland. It was lovely. I'll get some pictures, put it up on screen for you. Now, yeah, I was based there for a while. Funny story, first off, before I get into what it was like for me being part of Remembrance Day Parade. I'm putting this out today because obviously today is Remembrance Day. Now, earlier on, we was in Tesco in Brickhouse, and they put over the tannoy, you know, that they were going to do the 2-minute silence. They played the obvious music, and I'm not kidding, the whole supermarket stopped. Everything just stopped, and it was absolutely amazing. Now I think I'm going to tell you this story here actually. So yeah, that wasn't the funny part of the story. The funny part of the story was when I first got into the army and I was put into Fort Charlotte, which was quite lucky really because I lived in Shetland. My sergeant there, he was a great big hulk of a man. He was a proper sergeant. Now one of the other newbies that was there, he said to me, when you go and speak to the sergeant, because you had to go into his office and go and sign the rest of the paperwork and everything like that, and he says, just call him Sarge. Whatever you do, call him Sarge. I was like, all right, fair enough. And I'd just got back from Inverness. I'd been at Inverness for a few weeks, finishing off my training and everything. And and yeah, so I went in and obviously stood to attention at the end of his desk, and this guy, he was terrifying looking. He was just built to be a sergeant in the army. Anyway, I gave him my name, my rank and my number, and then finished it off with Sarge. Now I have never seen a great big hulking man's face go so red. I thought he was going to actually turn green. And he just stood up, shouted very loudly some very, very strong expletives, which I will not go into in this video. And he basically said to me, Sarge, he says, I'm not an effing policeman. I am a sergeant in the Queen's Armed Forces. And then the expletives carried on for a little bit longer, and a little bit longer after that. And a basic gist was, don't call him Sarge. For God's sake, if you ever come across a member of the armed forces and he's got 3 stripes on his shoulder, don't call him Sarge. If you want to call him anything, call him Sergeant. Don't call him Sir, because that will upset him even more. And don't salute him, for God's sake. So anyway, bit of time went on. And a couple of years later I got the chance to be part of our Remembrance Day parade. Now we're all there in the morning, boots shined, to an unbelievable shine just on the toe. You know, I was in the infantry, so I was in my my combats, and it came time to go. Just the town hall has got a big epitaph outside it in Lerwick, and Fort Charlotte entrance is just round the corner. So it came time to go out to the, you know, epitaph. So we're all there, smart as all, pressed uniforms. I mean, I'm not, you know, being thingy, but we looked at the bee's knees. We really did, the lot of us. And so yeah, we march over to the epitaph. Now, what I didn't realise, or what I wasn't prepared for, was the amount of people that were going to be stood there watching us. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm not kidding, half of Shetland must have been stood out there. And yeah, it was something else, it really was. So we did all the thing. We stood there in our ranks, and there was members of the Air Force there, you know, all that sort of, well, all the armed forces were all there. And yeah, so then the 2-minute silence came, and oh wow, I mean, it kind of, it still gets me now. Even in Tesco, I was nearly a blubbering mess. And so yeah, then the Lone Piper starts playing, and my God, yeah, even to this day, it sends shivers down my spine. It really does. Well, let's have a look at this little waterfally thing a bit again. Now, after we'd done that, we marched back into Fort Charlotte, and then it was time for them to select who was going up to the war graves. Now, there's a load of war graves up near the Nab in Shetland, and there was, I think, 4 or 5 of us got selected, and I was one of them. And what you had to do basically was go up to the war graves, and they gave us the little wooden crosses that you see, you know, with the poppies on and stuff. And yeah, you had to go up to the grave, salute, put the little cross, stand back, salute, and then go on to the next. And yeah, it was like, Jesus, I can't really explain what it felt like, really. I mean, it's you can maybe tell in yeah, you can maybe tell in my voice a little bit what it still means to me this day. Now, after we'd done that, then it was time to go to the British Legion in Lerwick. And when me and the other ones that were on the grave duty, on the correct way to salute, by the way, long way up, short way down. None of this American crap. And so yeah, we went to the Legion, and obviously there's a load of old boys in there. Some of them were in the war themselves and all that. And the ones that were on grave duty, it was free pint, which we didn't know about. Because obviously it can be quite emotional sort of thing. But yeah, we weren't allowed to go outside of the Legion when we had a beer in your hand, because if you get caught in your uniform holding a beer in public, then my sergeant, he would have kicked my ass all over the place. I do have some other stories about my time in the army, although it was quite brief. It was very good. So yeah, from an ex-soldier's sort of perspective, that's what it was like being a part of the Remembrance Day parade there. And some things that, I don't know if you see them on the, I mean, I know you see the big one in London on the telly and things, but they are ones all around the different place. And yeah, it was quite a long time ago now, and it's probably still one of my sort of proudest moments, really, of some time in my life where I could stand and feel genuinely proud. Yeah. Feel genuinely proud in something that I was doing and something that I stood for, and it meant a lot to me. I mean, well, I say meant, that's like past tense, it still means a lot to me. Now, when you join the army, you have to swear an oath to protect Queen, country, and all the persons that reside within. Now, if the Queen was still alive, that oath to me, it still stands to this day. Now, I've said it to my friends and family before, it still does stand to this day to me. Now, obviously the Queen has passed, the true Queen, but I would still, if I had to, I'd fight for king and country and all those that reside within, which includes you. So anyway, I just wanted to put that up today because obviously it's Remembrance Day. Yeah, I apologise for a few voice cracks or something, but it's something that's very close to me, and something, like I said, that I still find was an absolute honour to do. So yeah, I'll leave it there because I say it's wet outside. I don't want to be out here with this camera too much. Next video, we will be going somewhere and having a good chat and having a bit more of a lovely mooch in some more woodlands. This is lovely here, and it's just round the back of my house somewhere top secret. And that's yeah, that's about it for today. So for now, my name is Jamie. I'm your Yorkshire walker, and I'm out. Peace.